Everyone knows that China is at the forefront of railway innovation. So today I'm here at the National Railway Test Centre to see the latest and greatest things happening in the world of trains. So let's take a look around the 12th World Congress on high-speed rail. So this Congress is all about high-speed trains, but it's not just in an exposition centre. We're right here at the test tracks. We have a gigantic loop here that we can go around today, and behind me are two different trains. This one we will be taking around the route, the CR400, but this one is the brand new CR450. The Fuxing CR450 has some key improvements over the previous model. It's faster, lighter, more efficient, with better braking and less drag. And it can even fit more passengers on board. It's looking very promising. So soon, this will be the train that we'll be taking around China. And look, we've got loads of other trains. Let's go check them out. And of course, if you're running a high-speed rail network, it's not just for moving passengers from place to place, city to city, get them to go and visit their family and friends. You also need a lot of different trains. Here we have some shunting trains, which push the passenger trains around. And these are actually hybrids. They're actually battery powered and diesel powered. We also have these rail cleaners, which they move along and clean the rails. We also have high-speed trains that check for faults in the system. And all of these trains are all new, upgraded, they're all the latest technology. We are finally ready to get onto one. So we'll be travelling around this test loop. It's the largest test loop in all of Asia, 61.1 kilometres, right here in the northeast part of Beijing. So let's jump on. For those of you who live in China or have travelled through China by train, this carriage will look very, very familiar. This is the CR400 and it's in use all over China right now. This is the second class. You've got your 3 seats, 2 seats, lots of places to put your luggage, and up here they even have a food area. You can order food as well. So soon it'll get started around this loop. By the end of 2024, China had put into operation 48,000 kilometres of high-speed railway, accounting for more than 70% of the world's high-speed railways, meaning that China has both the largest high-speed railway in operation and the most under construction. So they're way ahead and they're going to stay ahead, basically. And there we go, our little trip around the test loop has finished. To be honest, that is exactly the normal standard in China. There's so many different journalists and foreigners from all over the world here checking it out, all taking pictures, all loving it. But this is not like a setup just for the tour. This is happening over the country constantly. This is the standard of high-speed rail travel in China. In the afternoon, we made our way over to the exhibition centre to learn more about the advancements of high-speed rail. And just as we enter, we can see this massive China railway network. China is so connected now through high-speed rail, it actually feels like time has been compressed. And it's true, since 2012, the travel distance between the provincial city capitals has been reduced by over 50% on average. Before, travelling from Guangzhou the whole way to Beijing was about 20 hours. Now, it's down to 7 hours. Wow, if you've never been to an expo in China, you literally have to come and try one. It's not just like looking at booths, there's so many screens, models, everything like that. Even a train driving simulator where I got the chance to operate a high-speed train. Look, open all the doors, all the yokomen can go have fun. Okay, and moving on, we come to CARS, C-A-R-S. This is the Chinese Academy of Railway Science. And here we can see 7 key fields that the railway scientists are looking into. So you've got regional railway, conventional railway, extremely cold areas railway. So you're up in Dongbei during the winter, it gets very, very, very cold. Plateau railway, so you're dealing with less oxygen for the engines to take in and things. Heavy haul railway, for example, you're getting coal from Inner Mongolia and have to bring it to Shanghai. High speed railway, so that's more for the people to use to get from city to city. And urban rail transit, so this is inside the cities, people to get around the cities. For example, in Shanghai, they have the high-speed maglev from the city centre out to Pudong Airport. And it's like 8 minutes or something, it's crazy fast. And here behind me, you can see 2 different railway projects in different countries. This is the China-Laos Railway, and we also have the Jakarta-Bandung Railway in Java Island. So you can see that China is not just keeping this information and all this new technology to themselves, they're very happy to share it with the whole world. I think it's great that all of these people from all over the world can come and learn from China, and China can share ideas with them, and everyone can get better together. We all know that railway lines and working around big trains and heavy mechanical things can be rather difficult. Sometimes it's quite dark. The pieces to trains are very, very big and very, very heavy. So here are some fault detection robots, and this is a fantastic idea because what they're doing is they're scanning the different nuts and bolts, the undercarriage of the train to check for any faults. When robots and AI are used properly, they're very precise, they can work long hours, and they're very efficient, which makes it fantastic to implement them into the railways. Trying to video in these expos is always really difficult because it's hard to express just how gigantic these places are. There's no way that you could film or video every single booth, but they have got everything from sensors to imaging systems to the companies that build the railway tracks, to the companies that clean the railway tracks, to tiny little screws, lift systems, different sort of robots and AI, and it just shows how much of a force there is behind trying to build the China high-speed rail. I was talking to an engineer today who told me how China used to look to Japan, the UK and Germany for ideas and information on how to improve their rail network. But now China is at the very forefront of the world when it comes to high-speed railways, and it's all of the other countries coming here to learn. I think the high-speed railway system in China is a great example on how a country that prioritised the needs of its people can really push the whole country forward. It's been a very informative time here in Beijing. I've learned so much. I have a new appreciation for China's speeding up and modernisation. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.